Welcome to WB Mason Postgame Extra, exclusively on SNY.TV. Sunday afternoon, the Mets completed their first three-game sweep in Atlanta since 2007 as they whipped the Braves 10-2. Jacob deGrom got his ninth win, struck out 10 over 6 innings.
Terry, what are you thinking when he strikes out the first four?
Here we go again. That's what I was thinking. You know, I mean, it's just an amazing. He's been unbelievable. He strikes those guys out, and and today I didn't think he had really his good stuff. But he certainly battles and battles and battles, and he's been so impressive. It's incredible.
I think I was just trying to stay within myself early on, and then if I needed to, try to throw it by somebody with a little more on it. So I was actually trying to do that consciously. So that was kind of the game plan.
8 in the first 4 innings, was in cruise control, got into a little bit of trouble in the 5th where he gave up 2 runs and got out of the jam, and the 6th was a little dicey for him too, but got out with a double play.
Started leaving a couple pitches up, and then I kind of lost my command a little bit. I walked some guys later on, so I just think I lost a little bit of control.
He really had to work hard in the 5th inning. I don't know what happened. One thing he doesn't do is he doesn't walk guys, and so the base on balls hurt him a little bit. But we'll regroup here in a couple of days and decide what we're going to do with him on as far as his next start goes. But he certainly, he and I have just talked, and he wants to go out there, and that's a sign of a kid who knows what he's got to get and knows what he's got to do, and we'll just wait to see here in a couple of days what we're going to do.
But all in all, 10 strikeouts on the day, his 9th win, making another strong statement for National League Rookie of the Year.
Mets had 14 hits. They scored in 6 different innings. Ruben Tejada had the only home run.
Right, and the Mets banged out 14 hits, as Gary said, in the 4 through 7 positions in the order today. That's Lucas Duda on down through Wrecker. 8 runs, 10 hits, 4 RBI. So the middle of the order today really was productive.
I really worked on my approach a lot in the last month. Just being a little more patient, trying to make sure I get my pitch, and it's just worked for me. Just making sure that I'm not swinging at the pitcher's pitch. I know my zone, and I just got to stay within it.
And that is one tough job, to catch once a week, twice a week max, and to do what he's done. Where he's hit some big home runs. I'll tell you what he does. He handles pitching, and and he's behind the plate. He's thrown very, very well this year. He's done a good job. He really is. That is a tough job to do, and he's done it as good as anybody.
Wrecker 3 for 3. He drove in 3, so the Mets sweep the Braves. They're now just a half game behind Atlanta for second place. Mets will resume action in Washington on Tuesday night with Bartolo Colon on the mound. Our coverage begins with Cadillac first pitch Tuesday at 6 o'clock on SNY. That'll do it for WB Mason Postgame Extra. Be sure to join us after every game for exclusive coverage on SNY.TV.